You're watching Do It Better, Football Manager 2016 series where me and you try and do it better. We take a team from around the world and attempt to improve on their previous season. This time round we're looking at Aston Villa and the aim is to avoid relegation. Right then folks, hello, welcome back to another episode of Do It Better with me, Dr. Benji FM. Now, are you doing it better? That's the question. If you are taking part, this little bit of information is going to be very important. Now, for those that have been watching the series, some of you have been taking part as well by doing an Aston Villa save in the Premier League on the Winter Update. Now, if you have been doing that and you have yourself a final league table, open up your save, try and get a picture, use Geyser or print screen or whatever you use, and send me it and use the hashtag Do It Better, and then tell me in the tweet also that it's the final league table. I can put them all together, and then next episode we'll look through all of them, we'll collaborate a lot of them and see how people got on compared to me and compared to Villa in real life. Now, speaking of Villa in real life, today you join us at a very interesting time. Here we are, Aston Villa were in 20th place. Still, there's a theme with Aston Villa's season, it must be said. After 30 games, they had 16 points, and the question remains, how are we doing? Are we doing it better? Well, keep an eye on that table, and I'm going to give you a little hint here. At 16th place, there, Swansea City had 33 points, and if we go over now to our Premier League table, you can see that we're 16th, but we have 31 points, so we're slightly underperforming as far as the league went last year. Of course, compared to last season's Aston Villa tally of 16 at this stage, we're doing a mighty lot better, but safety is not secure. We are 5 points above the drop zone. Liverpool have worked their way out. Norwich, Crystal Palace and Stoke are still down there though, and we find ourselves in 16th. Quick little note as well, Chelsea in 8th place, Leicester just above them in 7th, but Chelsea having quite a poor season, and Everton having a far better season, and the goals of Romelu Lukaku from that table there you can see clearly proving to be of use. Now, we've not had that many games since our last episode against Southampton, but let's take you through some of the players and some of the performances that have been going well for us so far since we last met. So let's do that. So we last met in the game against Southampton. It was a 2-1 narrow defeat, you might recall. Graziano Pella with a very late goal to cause anguish and pain on our faces, and Shane Long got a goal as well, but it wasn't enough against his former club, of course. Now, since then, some FA Cup matches. We were out of the FA Cup though. Southampton knocked us out of that as well. Thank you, Southampton, we appreciate it. But good news, 2 Premier League wins against relegation rivals Norwich City, and a miraculous 1-0 win against Chelsea. Shane Long with the 30th minute goal, and as I saw before, Chelsea not having the best of seasons this season. Defeats though Sunderland, really disappointing. Draw against Bournemouth, another game you'd hope we might be able to get points from, but so far our Premier League form looking quite good. Today we play West Bromwich Albion, another team that again they're local. I don't know if they're having a particularly poor season. They're 17th. It's a massive game. We're 16th, they're 17th. Huge game for us today, and hopefully we can pull through it. Obviously our running pretty difficult. United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Stoke, Watford, Palace and Swansea on the final day, which is what we'll cover next episode, and hopefully it will be able to give us our final standing within the league, and that will be safe. So let's go into some players then. Who's been playing well, you might be wondering? Well, if we look at the average rating, you can see we'll ignore Ashley Westwood, who's only played 1, but Guay's having a tremendous season for us. 7.21. Jordan Ayew just below him. Scott Sinclair, Carlos Gill when he's played, or Charles, is it Charles Gill? I've always called him Carlos Gill. I've been getting it wrong. Charles Gill, that seems wrong. We're just going to go with Gill. He's there as well. They've all been doing very well for us. Goals and assists from all of them. And speaking of goals and assists, our top goal scorer this season, Jordan Ayew, not only has he got a high average rating, but he's been getting the goals. Not enough goals, it must be said. 24 appearances, 6 goals. Not great. Again, on the assists charts, Vertu, Sinclair, Gill, Guay and Grealish up there. And surprisingly, Micah Richards has got 3 as well, which is, as I say, surprising. Player of the Match awards, our top performance against Sinclair. And Jolyon Lescott, which might surprise a few people. Pass completion. When Flamini plays, he keeps the ball, but he's often injured and has been injured all season. It's been a bit of a flop of a transfer, really. He puts in a lot of tackles per game, as does Jose Corre. Both players, though, injured for today's match. Dribbles per game, you might as well have a quick look at this as well. Who's creating an impact again, unsurprisingly. Ayew, Scott Sinclair, and Adama Traore, who has come into the side and will play today after his long injury at the start of the game. For those that have been doing the season, you'll have had to deal with the injury to Adama Traore. I'll be interested to know, actually, did anyone get him involved? Did you play him later on in the season? Let me know in the comment section. That's the kind of thing I'm interested in. Shots on target percentage, not that important really, but you can see Vertu, Grealish and Chris Martin top of the strikers with the best shots on target percentage. So let's go into today's game. Let's show you today's team, and it's got a similar ring to the last game against Southampton. Okay, it would have given us a selection problem had Jose Corre not come back from injury. He's not fully fit, but he is one of our better defenders, I would say. It does mean though that we have to play Kieran Clark at left back, which I'm not overly comfortable with, but we don't really have a choice, and it kind of means that we're playing 4 natural centre backs all across the back line, which which could prove to be a bit of a problem for us. The midfield has been, it looks quite light in there with Vertu and Guay. It looks like there's not enough defensive options, but actually they work quite well. They're quite dynamic. Guay's very good at that, actually gets forward and back very well. Still, we're playing Sinclair on the left today, Traore on the right, AU and Chris Martin. Not that one. AU and Chris Martin through the middle, and as I say, Brad Guzan in goal, who is, I mean, for those that are doing it, you'll know, he's annoying. He's an irritant. Also, before we carry on, some interesting news. Consortium target, Aston Villa takeover. That sounds like good news until you read it closer. Aston Villa will name Brendan Rodgers as their new manager should the consortium bid take control and prove, well, their bid to take control prove successful. That'll ruin the series, won't it? So Brendan Rodgers, we're under an embargo, so the transfer has obviously been chatted about as of now. Hopefully, we remain in the job after today's game. But yeah, we'll continue to that game. Okay, then, into the game we go. Aston Villa, our favourites for the game. A massive game against West Bromwich Albion. Our form this season has been a bit erratic. It's going to be interesting to see how we get on today. They're playing Berahino on the right, Chris Brunt on the left, Rondon and Anichebe through the middle. So it could be tough. I do believe, actually, there's a chance. Did we play West Brom in one of the earlier episodes? I think we did. But as they're a sort of a relegation contender at this point, it's worth playing them again. It's one of the better games for us, rather than getting beaten by an Arsenal, Liverpool, United. Then this makes more sense. Into the game, then team talk's gone okay. I went for a calm approach. It's gone. It's gone. I should say as this game kicks off, by the way, thank you so much for the people that have been sending in their pictures on Twitter at Dr. Benji if you've been doing the save. If you've, I think a lot of people have been reignited by the challenge of doing a team like this, and yeah, a lot of people have been getting involved. And that actually brings me on to my next point. We have as the corner comes in, Guzan makes the save. There is a straw poll in the bottom of this chat for which team we're going to do next. The options are, let me get my list of options. As AU goes through, sorry to do a very strange cut there. AU's gone straight through as I was looking through my list of options. Okay, so AU's got a goal, 1-0 up in this game. But yes, the poll for the next Do It Better, which team shall we be? The options are these: Marseille or Valencia. We're going to go to Ligue 1 or we're going to go to Spain. Gary Neville's Valencia obviously didn't go too well for him this season. We're going to try and focus on their league form more than their European form. And Marseille had a very poor season by their standards in Ligue 1. So in the description of this video, get voting. You have until the next episode on Sunday to decide which team we're going to do. But let me know then. Do It Better, Valencia or Marseille, as West Brom come forward. Ball into the middle, and it should be great save by Brad Guzan. I tell you, I've been slagging him off, but he's done a good job for me there. Well done, Brad. That was awesome. Because he's American, isn't he? So he'd have understood that. English as well. He would have understood English. I wonder who Brad Guzan would have voted for as Adama Traore heads away. It's always weird to me that Adama Traore goes with Adama. Like, lots of players do that, don't they? They go with their their first names rather than their surnames, either on their shirt or on their on their shirt or on their player name on Football Manager. Whereas Brad Guzan, we nearly saw two sides of Brad Guzan there, and he parried it into his own net. Unbelievably, we got that away, and after 40 minutes remained 1-0 up. We're doing it better, but only just. Where does this actually put us in the league table? As we pull this up, it puts us up to 15th. We leapfrog Liverpool, 34 points. I guess we go for the magic 40, although 37, 38 has been enough to keep up teams in recent years. I mean, I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. Yeah, we'll keep it up. Right, second half. We can make changes if needs be, but so far, the way things are going, I mean, why change anything? Our four centre-backs at the back are doing quite a good job. They were doing quite a good job. 21 seconds into the second half, though, West Brom 1, Aston Villa 1. It was Dawson on that right side, in a strange position for Craig Dawson, now, must be said, as Salomon Rondon plays into that near post. Brad Guzan doesn't get there, and it's actually 20 seconds into the second half. They've scored. We're going to be straight back at it, though, which I guess is a positive thing, as Mika Richards plays it forward to Vertu. I got to get that right. AU. He's been tackled. It's going to go out to Kieran Clark. And now if we can build from here, I mean, we've gone long towards Chris Martin, and it's worked on Chris Martin. Oh, stop! Don't stop it. Stop it. Okay, he's not the Chris Martin from Coldplay. We've made this perfectly clear. Stop that. Thank you. Deary me. We are out of control. The ball played forward then. Chris Martin heads it down to himself. I mean, that's just how good he is. And then on the half volley, fires in away from home. We go 2-1 up. And what a start to the second half. Goals galore. If Brendan Rodgers takes over, I'm going to be livid. We're playing so well. I mean, this is the best we've played for a little while. Beat Chelsea, come into this game against West Brom, 2-1 up against them. Brad Guzan goal kicks. I mean, what more could we want? Oh, Ricky Lambert is close range. Oh, Brad Guzan makes the save. Ricky Lambert was offside. How he escaped the offside trap, I don't know. And he's playing against Julian Lescott. That makes sense. Oh, and some injury news. Scott Sinclair has picked up a knock. He's not having a great game, so we will take him off. We've got an option. Do we play Grealish or Gill? I think we're going to go with Grealish. Jack Grealish, why not? On that left-hand side. Play him as an inside forward, perhaps, though. I mean, yeah, let's give this a go. He's natural there. Let's see how we go on. Scott Sinclair was having quite a good game, 6.8. He was having, not a good game. He was having an average game. And as long as it's not a poor game, that's all right. Brad Guzan, free kick. Going to hit it long towards Jordan Ayew, who just about heads it on. And then Chester to Pocognoli. And they're going to come forward with it. But it's, boy, like I said, it should be cut out. But Ricky Lambert does very well to bring it down, as you might expect him to do. And he's now working it quite nicely with Sessegnon and Brunt. Chris Brunt plays it off Ricky Lambert. Don't think Ricky Lambert knew much about it, though. And West Brom continues to come forward. Rondon obviously scored that goal earlier. Lescott with a great challenge, though. And now Grealish sets away Jordan Ayew. And if he can turn his defender, we could be unlucky. And he has done. Jordan Ayew races down on goal. Jordan Ayew into the far corner. And it's Aston Villa 3, West Bromwich Albion 1. And the safety of this football club looks almost complete. And I was wondering, actually, as well, I'll let you, again, I'm sorry I'm asking lots of questions and giving me polls to do and pictures to send on Twitter. But I was thinking that with some of these saves, I might be able to continue them for a second season on Twitch, on my live stream. So I don't know, maybe that's something to think about, that we could do it here and then continue it maybe in the future. Maybe sort of over the summer we could do a few of these and bring out some of the saves for an extra season. I don't know, let me know what you think. Questions, polls, I tell you, it's like a TV show today. Okay, we're going to bring Shane Long on for Jordan Ayew. He's on a hat-trick. Oh no, do I want to take off a player who's on a hat-trick? I probably don't, do I really? We'll take him off for Chris Martin. Shane Long can play a target man role, can't he? Sure he can. Bring him on, though, see if he can stretch them a little bit more. Obviously, West Brom, a former club, I believe. Yeah, so we'll see if he can score against them. Did it get Southampton, of course? It's played up to Shane Long, although Chester does get over the head of him. And I don't know, there might be an extra goal in this, you know. Jordan Ayew, for his hat-trick, Myhill gets there first. And with just over a minute remaining, it's going to be a good result for us. So you can see elsewhere, Leicester have just scored with Riyad Mahrez against Norwich. Their push for a title is not quite as fruitful as it was before. As Chris Brunt goes through into Salomon Rondon. Great save from Brad Guzan, who I think's had a great game. And I was say slating before this match, but he's put in a fantastic performance. It was his performance has been awesome. Awesome, man. Sorry, I shouldn't do it. Not one of my best accents. As we come forward for one final chance. Guay's pushing forward now. Morrison gets there. And the midfield's quite balanced. It works quite well. Fortuna's a little bit more creative, and then you've got Guay, who is just a dynamo in the middle. Gets up and down like nobody's business. As Shane Long brings this game to an end then as the ball goes out of play. It's going to be West Bromwich Albion 1, Aston Villa 3, and that's going to bring an end to this episode of Do It Better, unless Micah Richards can score from there, and he can't. So, if you enjoyed today's episode of Do It Better, do leave a like, and as I encouraged before, do give it a go as well. If you're struggling to get into FM at the moment, get yourself involved, have a go at it, and hopefully you enjoy it too. So, we love with care. From Bench. Until next time, I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye. I say goodbye. I do this little end bit, don't I? Yes, if you want to send me things at Dr. Binge on Twitter, even post it on Facebook if you wish, and let me know. Or alternatively, just leave a comment. Let me know how you're enjoying it. Are you enjoying it? Have you given it a go? Who's been your best player? Who's been your worst player? Stream it, polls, all sorts. Valencia, Marseille, vote on it.